Now that is a first. Usually I have to ask several times because everyone's so excited about seeing each other, and I usually have to politely ask several times. So everybody must be ready for BIF-6. Good morning. Well, on behalf of our entire BIF team, welcome to BIF-6. I'm going to say that again, only because just pinch me. It's so incredible. I can't believe I'm saying it. I mean, welcome to BIF-6. It's unbelievable. We are overwhelmed and incredibly grateful for all of your support, your engagement, your enthusiasm for the conversation that we're having here at the Business Innovation Factory. And when I say we, I mean we. I get the good fortune to sit up here on stage and to host the next 2 days, which is, I have to say, one of the greatest joys in my life. I look forward to this every single year. I've been very, very fortunate and blessed over the course of my career. I've had some interesting gigs, but nothing compares to the opportunity to be the founder and chief catalyst of the Business Innovation Factory. And we are incredibly grateful. And I get to sit here, but I think all of you know who are connected with BIF that it's really the incredible BIF team that makes this happen and is why we're sitting here. And I don't believe in waiting till the end to thank them and to recognize them. I think it should happen right up front. So I want to express my personal gratitude and introduce you to our BIF team. They're in the back there: Melissa Withers, Tori Drew, Chris Flanagan, James Hamar, Jeff Drury. I've worked with some great people before, but these folks are keeping this dinosaur young, and every day is an absolute blast, and I'm so grateful for your help, and this is why we're here. And I think all of you absolutely know that. How many of you have been part of our conversation and have been at previous summits? Who are our repeaters here? That's great. Thank you so much for coming every year. It's wonderful to see so many friends that are staying with the conversation. Now, how many of you are here for the first time at a summit? Look at that. That's incredible. That's just so exciting. And welcome to the summit. Welcome to our conversation. And I can bring you up to speed pretty quickly. It's an easy conversation to be a part of. You just have to know 3 words: innovation, collaboration, and experimentation. We build our conversation around those 3 words. We're all innovation junkies, all of us. We believe that there's a better way. We offer a very simple definition for innovation. Innovation is just a better way to deliver value. To us, it's different than invention. To us, it's not an innovation until it actually works in the real world, until it actually solves a problem, until it delivers value in the real world. And the good news is that it's the innovator's day. It is our day. During difficult economic times like we're experiencing now, people listen to us. They actually listen to us now because they're looking for new ideas. So this is our time. This is the innovator's time. That's the good news. The bad news is that we've turned it into a buzzword. We've turned innovation into a buzzword. I mean, everybody's an innovator and everything's an innovation. And of course, you know that if that's true, no one's an innovator and nothing's an innovation. We have to get below those buzzwords. And these next 2 days are an opportunity for all of us together to get below those buzzwords. Collaboration. Innovation is a team sport. It is a team sport. My friend and advisor, Roger Martin, I think says it best. Those of us that are innovators, we have confidence, we have very strong points of view, and that's a good thing. But while we're confident in our points of view, we know we're missing something. we know we're missing something. We recognize that we're missing something, and we know that the only way we're going to find that is if we're out connecting outside of our silos, outside of our disciplines, across our sectors. So this is about collaboration. This is about finding the gold. I think the value and the biggest opportunities for us to solve some of our big problems today are in the gray areas between us and our silos and our sectors. So we have to think and act and learn horizontally. If BIF had a t-shirt, it would be BIF the anti-silo, right? And this 2 days is all about connecting the dots horizontally and looking in the gray areas, in these interstitial spaces between us and between our stories. And we're going to create an environment where we can get into those gray areas. Experimentation. We have to try more stuff. We love to admire problems, and we love to come up with great solutions that sit in consulting decks and flat packs and whiteboards and sit in our conference rooms. We need to go out into the real world, and we need to try more stuff. It's that simple. We have to experiment. Right? We have to get ideas off of the whiteboard onto a real-world ground and to test them, to see what works, to learn what works and do more of it, and to stop doing what doesn't work. It's not that complicated, but we're not experimental enough. We're too worried. We're too worried to try new stuff, or with organizations we're in are too stubbornly resistant to allow us to try more stuff. We have to overcome that. We have to be more experimental. So over the course of the next 2 days, it's really very simple, right? Our conversation, I often talk about organizing the unusual suspects, that's you, and I mean that in only the kindest possible terms, right? You come from every silo imaginable, and that's on purpose. I mean, you're an incredible group of innovators, and you cut across every aspect of our society, every industry, every discipline, and that's by design, because we have to get into the gray areas in those interstitial spaces, and we have to create an opportunity for us to connect those dots horizontally. So this is all about random collisions of unusual suspects. That's what we're trying to do here. We're going to create a platform or an environment for that to happen. And we learned a long time ago to trust you, to trust our audience. So this is a very simple 2 days. It's a total immersion. We've got some incredible storytellers that are going to wow us, are going to catalyze the conversation, and going to get us started. But the magic isn't in the storytellers, with all due respect to our great storytellers. The magic is in the space between the stories. It's in our breaks, when we're interacting with each other, when you're connecting with other unusual suspects. These are not people that you would normally meet with every day, and that's a good thing, because that's how you're going to get exposed to new ideas, new approaches, and new solutions. So we're trying to create a community of innovators and a real-world test bed, a real-world lab where we can experiment with new solutions in areas of high social impact. And that's what BIF's all about, and that's what our conversation is about. And I think it's time for this catalyst to do what a catalyst does, which is get the reaction started and then get out of the way and then trust the audience to do the magic that's going to happen in the space between us. So for all of you that are new to our conversation, welcome. You're now up to speed. You're a full participant in our conversation. We're going to try a few new things this year. We're going to extend our conversation beyond this room. I have become fascinated with meetings like this and studying the way the conversation goes from within the room to outside of the room using social media tools. We're live streaming this event. It's the first time that we've done that. It's an experiment. We want to open up the conversation to our networks, to your networks outside of this room. So I'm going to be very interested to see how that experiment goes. I'm very optimistic about it. I think Clay Shirky had it exactly right in Here Comes Everyone. There's a lot of smart people in this room. We have a ton of MIPS in this room. But as Clay said, none of us are as smart as all of us in this room together, and the same thing is true outside of this room, right? All of us in this room are not as smart as all the other rooms out in the world, so we're going to try to connect this conversation outside the room, and I'm very excited to see how that goes. So I'll end my comments with the notion that I think we're all here because we recognize that in the 21st century, if we're going to stay relevant, we have to get better faster. We have to get better faster. Relevancy is not inherited. It's not a right. Right? We all want to have impact. We have to work hard to stay relevant, every single one of us. And the only way we're going to do that is to get better faster. And my friend John Hagel here, who's going to share his work in the power of pull, tells us correctly that if we're going to get better faster, we better hang out at the edge. We better hang out at the edge where the knowledge flows are, right, so that we can be exposed to new ideas and to different people and to get at those interstitial spaces. So over the next 2 days, we're going to hang out at the edge. We're going to hang out at the edge together, and I am really excited about it and looking forward to it. And I hope you enjoy the conversation over the next 2 days. So let's get started.